What's up, curl mixers? Let me go ahead and clean off my screen. Just make sure y'all can see me okay. What's up? Good afternoon or evening, depending on where you are. I am here today to answer some of your investor questions. I've gotten a few of them, all the way from, okay, when do I get my money back if I invest? But all the way to, when you guys get an IPO. So I'm going to be answering some of those questions right here, right now. So go ahead and put them in the chat if you have them. I'll do a quick intro. Hi, everyone. I'm Kim, CEO and co-founder of CurlMix. CurlMix is a clean beauty brand for curly hair where we make simple beauty rituals. Our core product is our 4-step wash and go system that helps you get the best wash and go ever. It helps you get this style I got right here. Of course, everyone's wash and go looks different, but this is how it looks on 4B, 4C hair. And I'm allowing our customers, our community to invest in CurlMix. And so what does investing mean? It means it's not a donation. So it's not like, hey, I just love Kim and Tim, I'm going to throw them $250 because I believe in their cause. It means that investing means that you expect a return at some point, right? And so it means you get to participate in any kind of liquidity event in the business. People build businesses to eventually sell them or go public or anything like that. And so you get to participate in that. So if we were to ever sell, or if we were to ever be traded on the stock market, you would own shares in the company and receive any benefits from that. But we can't guarantee any results. We can't do anything like that. So some of you are like, are you already invested? What's up, Koala Girl? Hey, what's up, Tasha? What's up, PSR? So some of you are like, what is you talking about? I didn't know CurlMix was allowing us to invest. How do we do this? So you can invest by going to wefunder.com/CurlMix. And basically, I'm allowing our customers and our community to own shares in the company by literally just putting in as little as $250. And you guys can become investors in the company. So many people have had questions, and I'm here today to answer those questions. I have a list that people have submitted from our Facebook group. And I haven't did this on Facebook, so if you're on Facebook, this is going to be similar. But if you have not participated in either, then this is perfect because you get to ask all your questions here right now. I don't know, can you guys share lives on YouTube? If you can, go ahead and share it. I'm sure some other people would benefit from knowing this. We will own shares if you sell the business or go public with it. Yes, Tiana. Yes. So what I can't do is give you a share price because the SEC doesn't allow me to talk about terms publicly, period. So I can't talk about like what the share price is, but what I would say is that, like, let's say, for example, you invested $1,000, just divide that by our pre-money valuation plus the amount of money we were raising, and then you'll get that percentage of like, oh, I own this percent of the business. That's the easiest way I can do it, but I can't actually talk about terms. And yes, PSR, you'll be able to own shares in the business, which is kind of historic. Most brands kind of do their dealings behind the table or behind the scenes, essentially. So they'll go to someone who's rich and they'll write them a check for a couple of $1 million, and then they'll do a deal and raise a round of funding. And they'll close that deal, and that person will now own 20% of the business. And then the next time, let's say they 5x their revenue, right? They get to $5 million in revenue, they'll go out again and raise more money. And so another 20% of the business. And instead of offering the opportunity to some rich person, making them richer, I am offering this to our community and allowing you guys to participate in the upside with me. Now, I can't guarantee any results just because we are a startup and any kind of angel investing is always risky. So, if you are worried about your next meal, please do not invest. I don't want to take away from what anyone's, resources for like actual their day-to-day living. But if you got some extra money and you're thinking about putting it in the stock market or some other investment vehicle, consider CurlMix. Startups is how wealth is created. Will any new lines be coming out soon? Koala Girl. We always have CurlMix Fresh. So there's something new every month if you sign up for CurlMix Fresh. So this month is actually mint condition. It's a deep conditioning kit. And so all of those are limited edition, handmade. We don't carry those all the time, but those are new every single month. So I would check that out. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get into these investor questions. All right. This is one of the first questions. I've reserved funds. What's next? So you can do two things. You can reserve funds without putting any money in. You can just reserve like, hey, this is my place in line and this is how much I'm going to invest. Or you can connect your bank account. which actually puts the money in escrow so that your place is really more secure and you actually are that much closer to owning shares. And we don't actually have any money reserved for you. So, and you can't link your bank account, then your shares aren't really like guaranteed. So I'll say that. So you definitely want to make sure you link your bank account. And again, the link is wefunder.com/CurlMix. I've dropped it in the description as well. Next question. What will a return on investment look like? So I can't promise any results, right? I can't promise that would be worth more in the future. The SEC won't allow me, but also you just never know. Like a pandemic could happen. Although our business didn't do more poorly in the pandemic, e-commerce is better, shopping online is better in the pandemic. So we actually saw some improvement to our bottom line. However, I can't make any promises about those kind of investments. All I can say is you'll participate in whatever liquidity event happens, whether that's a sell or whether that's IPOing. My goal is to be like the Black-owned Procter & Gamble. So I want to own multiple brands in overlooked segments and niches in the market and create brands that speak to a specific consumer. So I don't know if you guys know this, but Procter & Gamble, they own Tide detergent. They own Old Spice, deodorant and body washes. They own Charmin tissue. They own, and correct if I'm wrong, but they own several different brands. And they started as a soap and candles company in their late 1800s. And they were traded on the stock market in 1970. So this is a long play, right? So this is not like you're going to get your money back tomorrow, right? It's not typically how angel investing works. You typically expect, if you were to put your money in the stock market or your 401k or IRA, you're not going to pull that money out for like 10 to 20 years. And it's going to have compounding investment and interest over those years. And so I like to think of an investment in a startup, an angel investment in a startup, in the same way I think about investing in my 401k or a Roth IRA or anything like the stock market, anything like that. It's the things that you're not pulling out very, very quickly. Okay. I love your body wash line. Thank you, Koala Girl. I appreciate you. Okay. So next question. Cash. What's the funding goal for the investment amount? So we are trying to raise the maximum you can raise with equity crowdfunding. And the maximum that you can raise with the equity crowdfunding is $5 million. So far, we are, I think, 60% there, and we've only been raising for about a week. So it's grown pretty quickly. Let's see. How long before we can review financials? You'll be able to review financials in a few weeks. We do have like top line revenue and things like that on the website, but legally the SEC does not want us to put that stuff on the website, or cost of goods sold, marketing expenses, etc., until we have audited financials. So we're in the process of getting our financials audited, and we will submit that form in a few weeks. And once that form is submitted, you'll be able to double opt in or confirm the money that you said you want to invest. Okay. What kind of tax documents will be sent out, and what will that be done? Like quarterly or yearly? So you will have a tax document that will be sent out, and it will be annually. It'll come directly from WeFunder, and you'll file that with your taxes. Are there any liability risks besides the dollar amount invested? So for you, no. The only risk is the money that you put in. So if you're putting in $250 or if you're putting in $1,000, it's not like someone's going to sue you because you now own shares of the company. That's not how that will work. Next question. What will be the primary use of this capital to grow the company? So I want to do some expansion next year. Well, one, I want to rebrand the company. So CurlMix is awesome the way that it is, but I do want to give us like our packaging and an upgrade, and I want to be able to upgrade our website and do some things like that. And I also want to expand and go into different types of retail. So maybe one or two special retail partners that definitely would like to do that. And then also we'd eventually launch a third brand. And so that will go towards funding that brand and ultimately just creating more value within the company. All right. Next question. How often will we receive updates? So investors will receive an annual update. I'm going to try to do biannual, but I don't want to commit to that. So I'm going to say annually you will be updated. Next question. Kim and Tim, how do you feel raising $1 million in 4 hours? Oh my gosh, you guys. I was so nervous about launching the campaign just because you're kind of putting everything out there and it's kind of scary at first. And it's like, what if this campaign doesn't do well? What if, and I just didn't know that people would rally behind us the way that they did, you guys. And I'm just like, ugh. So my heart was going. I could like hear my heartbeat outside of my chest. Like it was deep. But I'm so glad we did it. I've been wanting to do this for over a year now. And to finally be here and doing it just makes me feel amazing. Amazing and so happy. Koala Soy Girl says Atlanta is ready for a store. Yes, look, I'm ready for an Atlanta store too. We are going on the stock exchange. Okay, yes. Someone asked, are we going to be on the stock exchange? Not yet. Not yet. No. And I say yet, meaning it's my goal, but I can't guarantee that, right? I would love to, and that's my plan, but it's a dream of mine, right? So right now you are going to be a private investor. And the reason we have to do it this way is because technically we're taking money from unaccredited investors. So the SEC wants to regulate it, right? I can't just do it the way I want to, like I can't do it the way a typical deal is done behind closed doors. All right. Do you anticipate having any additional funding rounds? Yes, I do think we'll have one more funding round. And technically an IPO is a funding round if we ever IPO. So yes, I would like to do both. A good friend gave me $250 to invest in your company. I'm so excited for you. Oh, yes, Just Shani. Thank you so much. We truly appreciate that. And we are happy to have you as an investor. Okay. Do you guys have any more questions in the comments? If not, I'll stay for a few more minutes to answer some more questions. Let me go back here to make sure I didn't miss anything. So some people are asking, like, I have reserve funds. How do I access? So you have to connect the bank account. And if you can't, email WeFunder on their customer service, and they should be able to help you with that. Okay. Yeah. Oh, cool. I think I answered all of the questions. Let's see. Is franchising something you're thinking about? Koala Girl, I thought about it. I've thought about franchising a salon. It's not out of the question. It is we'd have to have certain things in place first. I kind of want to test it first before we decide to franchise and like that. But I've thought about it for sure. This is definitely a need, we need, just like you can go to, I don't know, a Paul Mitchell or something like that. We need something like that for curly hair, for sure. All right, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and log off. Thank you so much for your time. I hope this investor Q&A was super helpful. Please leave your questions in the comments if I didn't get to it, or check us out on Facebook. I have another video that's a bit more in depth where we had a few more questions on Facebook, so you guys can check that out as well. Yes. What is the name of the IPO company again? Teresa, what do you mean the IPO company? So the company that we're using here, I'll go ahead. The company that we're using to launch the campaign is actually wefunder.com/CurlMix. So I'll drop the link there, but that is not IPOing. So that IPOing would be like the New York Stock Exchange or something like that. So we're not on the New York Stock Exchange. We are at wefunder.com, where you can buy shares and be a private investor, essentially. All right. You won't be able to trade these shares once you have them. You'll hold on to them until a liquidity event happens. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you guys on the next live. Bye, guys.